Hello and welcome to today's stretch class. You'll need no equipment today. We're going to be doing an all-over body stretch. Hopefully you leave feeling nice and refreshed and lengthened. There'll be plenty of options throughout today's class to suit beginners through to advanced. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Well, I gave you all my love and I gave you all my trust. So the first exercise we're going to be working through is some foot presses. So just warming up through the feet. We're going to start by pushing into the toes and then pulling all the way back. Pushing through the other side and coming back. So you want to think about pushing into the toes and the ball of the foot and pulling the heel up as high as you can. Okay, so you can either stay with these, or your next option if you want to progress is you can tuck the toes under. So pushing them under, being nice and gentle with this one. You can keep it a little bit closer to your body, just so your stability isn't a restriction for you here. And we just want to try and keep the feet nice and square, okay? We're trying not to sickle and drop them out to the side or roll them out. Okay, so just pushing straight over, or you can stay with the toes pushing forward. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 2, and 1. Okay, now we have some open and close the gate. So this is our active warm-up. So we're pulling our right knee up towards our chest here, and then we're going to pull the foot away from you. So we've got a 90-degree angle with the leg, and we're taking the leg out to the side, keeping our hips square to the front. We're trying not to twist with the leg, and then just pull the leg, or drop the leg all the way down. So we're drawing up, out, and then control down. Up. See if you can get a little bit higher with the knee each time. If you need to hold on to something, you can. It's normal to start feeling your hip flexor. Let's go 2 more. Last one. Okay, and we'll do the open the gate on the other side now. So pulling up to our starting position, sitting up and out of the hips. Our bottom leg is nice and lengthened. We're going to pull the foot away from us, get to our 90-degree angle, and let's go up, externally rotate, and then control back down. Let's go 4 more on this side. 2, and last one. Okay, now we've just got the exact same thing in reverse. So we're going to be taking the leg out to the side first. We've got that 90-degree angle still, and then we're pulling it out in front of us and then controlling it all the way down. Out, front, control. Squeezing through your opposite leg through the glute. Holding ourselves here nice and stable, using your core, rib cage towards your hips. And last one. Hopefully your hips start to feel a little bit warmer. And let's go other side. Externally rotate, pull it to the front and control down. Keeping the hips as square as we can to the front. We're isolating through the hip, trying not to let the trunk just get us through that position, okay? And let's go 2 more. And last one. All the way in. Nice. Now we're just going to go alternating, open the gate, and have it flow through. 3, 4. We're about to alternate in a second, sorry. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're alternating with the flow. So front, front, front. Keep it going. And let's reverse them. Keep alternating. Side to the front. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, so we're going to take our legs in a wider stance now. Okay, so this is well and truly wider than hip distance apart. And we're going to go into a roll down from here. So I'll just turn to face the side. Okay, so we're standing up nice and tall. We're going to draw the tailbone down. And now we're dropping the chin towards our chest, rolling down through the spine, all the way down towards the floor. Just get your hands as flat as you can. If you can't quite reach the floor, please don't stress. It should be much closer. Your range should be a bit closer towards the floor with the wider stance here though, okay? So please try and use your exhale, sink into it as much as you can and see if you can take the hands to the floor. I would actually prefer that you take the legs a touch wider and get the hands down. Just for a point of difference, your hamstrings aren't having to work as hard to hold you here if you do have your hands to kind of help share that load, okay? Now if you can, we're going to try and hold the ankles. And now we're pulling our chest in towards our legs. Pulling against the ankles, dropping the head down, and then pushing away, flattening through the spine. Okay, so I'll show you that from side on. Okay, so from here we're pulling in. Nice long spine, and then pushing away, flattening out, pushing the head through. Try not to push the chin up though, okay? Keep a nice long line and pulling in. And pushing away, flattening through the spine. Let's go 2 more. Pulling in. And pushing away. Last one, exhale. And pushing away. Okay, now we're just going to bring the feet together slightly and roll all the way up. Have a little shake, go for a little walk, and we're going to do those forward folds again. I'm also getting a little bit warmer, hopefully you are too. Okay, so let's go back to the wide-legged forward fold. This time, when we go into it, rather than rolling down through the spine, we're going to keep the spine long and hinge into it, okay? So I'll show you that from side on first, then I'll turn back to the front. So arms are reaching all the way up this time, shoulders are down, and let's push the bottom back. Nice flat spine. And now coming down towards the floor, pulling the chest in towards your legs, and pushing away, and pulling all the way in. And pushing away. Let's go 2 more. Pulling in. And push. Last one. And push away. Take the arms all the way back out if you can, and rise all the way up. Nice. Okay. Have a little shake. And we're going to come back into a wide stance, but we're going to be externally rotating the feet now, okay? So we'll just parallel, just then. We won't internally rotate it where we turn the feet in. Parallel, externally rotated where you turn the legs out, okay? So from here, a similar sort of width that we were just in, but our toes are orientated out. Now we're going to work with the plie, pushing the knees out towards the side. Your tailbone is reaching down towards the floor, okay? And we're trying not to collapse in through the arches of the feet. So lifting up through the arches, and then we're going to lower down nice and slow and draw all the way back up. Good, and lower back down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3. Okay, so you can have the hands wherever you like. Let's take 4 counts to get as low as you can. You don't have to stop where your hips are in line with your knees if you're quite mobile. You're going to go with the range that I'm going to work through, okay? Otherwise, just go as low as you can and take your time. Make sure you get your 4 counts worth. Okay, so taking a deep breath in. And exhale, let's go down for 4, 3, 2, 1, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 4, and up, 2, 3. Okay, now on our next one, we're going to hold it at a range where you get maybe a 6 out of 10 stretch. Okay, so holding here, I like to get a little bit lower. And we're going to place the hands on just above the knees here on your thighs. And now we're going to push your right hand into your right knee, dropping the right shoulder forward and twisting across here, okay? And you want to sink into the hands, okay? Let the hips sink through towards the center. Feel the stretch through the inner thigh, your groin. Okay, and then center, let's go other side, pushing into the left hand, twisting across, nice and gentle. And back. Okay, now let's flow through it. So push, exhale, hold, and other side. So we're moving through it a little bit quicker now. There's still no rush between each range though. Twist, push, and breathe. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's go 2 more. And last one. Okay, and drawing it all the way in. Coming up, have a little shake. You can drop your knee from one side to the other. Okay, and when you're ready, we're going to come down to the mat. And we're just going to bring our legs out in our frog position here, okay? So the feet are together, the knees are out to the side from here. Now, everyone's range is very different here. For example, my sister, who hasn't done much stretching in her lifetime, can get her knees completely flat on the floor without even warming up, okay? And I've been stretching for over 10 years, and this is a massive improvement for me. Naturally, mine used to sit up here, okay? So please don't stress whatever range you're at. This is very individualized. Okay, so in saying that, the amount of pressure you're going to put through your elbows to your knees is going to be different from person to person, okay? Because I have practiced this a lot, I like to put a reasonable amount of force and weight through the elbows, because I can actually get quite a substantial range now because I've worked on it to be able to push through that range, okay? So when you're doing yours, if this is quite new to you, your range might only vary a couple of centimeters when you push. That's pretty normal, especially when you're beginning, okay? So just keep that in mind with all of the exercises that, you know, I do have a background of stretching. So my range is going to be very different to someone who hasn't done any before, okay? If you're naturally quite a tight person as well, it'll be quite a contrast. Okay, so we're going to have the feet together, and we're going to just have the hands wherever they naturally fall, but we want the elbows to be towards your knees, okay? Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to push the elbows into the knees and reach the chest through. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and then just ease it off, come back up with the chest, okay? Now your option, if the knee is just pushing on the knees is far too painful or intense for you, you're just going to work on bringing the chest as far forward as you can, getting a hold, and then coming all the way back up. Okay, let's try and keep our back as straight as we can. Okay, we're just avoiding where we slouch into this position. So sitting up nice and tall, and let's do the press or the reach forward again, taking a deep breath in, and exhale, pushing down. There's no rush to get to your end range, and we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1, coming up. Good, and let's do it again. Coming forward, pushing, holding for 3, 2, 1, and easing off 2 more times. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, and up. Last one, pushing, we're going to hold for 10, 8, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Nice work. Okay, we're just going to bring the feet out in front of us, and let's drop from one side to the other. Give our hips some time and some internal rotation. Give them a break from the external rotation that we're working through with the frog and the plies. Okay, so the next one we're coming back into some external rotation. We're going to be working through what is called a Cossack. Now this is quite an advanced movement, especially without anything to hold on to and support. Okay, so your option, and you can all do this whether you're going to do the Cossack or not as a bit of preparation, and then we'll get into the full Cossack. So your option, if you're not coming up into a full rep, is to have one foot on the floor here bent, and you can have it as extended as you need. Okay, and then the other leg is just going to be out to the side, and now we're just going to reach over to one side, and then we're going to reach to the bent side. Okay, and you're going to work, so this is reaching over to one way and then the other, that's one rep. You're going to aim to do 12 reps on this side, and then extend to the bent leg and bend the other leg up. Same thing, reach for 12, 2, and so on. Okay, so that's your option. A full Cossack is to come up onto the bent leg. We're pushing up onto that heel, we're elevating our hips so we're not sitting on the floor, and we're extending the other leg away. Now we want to push this knee out as far as you can, turning the foot out into external rotation as well. And now we're going to shift our weight over to one side, crawling, and then we're back into the other leg now. Okay, so the aim is to stay low through the hips. Imagine you've got a book on your head, okay, and then you're balancing that through the whole time, keeping low and keeping turned out. Okay, so let's start with whatever option you're doing. With the Cossacks, we're just going to be moving through this range, okay? So trying to get a little bit lower each time, make it a little bit smoother, keeping our shoulders down away from our ears. And let's keep pushing through. Those of you doing the option, you're reaching from one side to the other for 12 reps on each. Let's keep pushing the knee out towards the side. If you want to physically push your elbow into the knee, if you're feeling pretty comfortable here, you could do that. Try and keep our chest up nice and tall. So it's pretty normal to feel this stretch through the ankle. Some of you might feel your knee, but I feel, and this is probably the most common, is to feel your inner thighs, your hamstring, underneath the leg, all the way through the side, through your adductors. Okay, that's pretty normal. Let's keep it moving. Through. And we'll keep pointing our foot on the extended leg now. Pointing, pushing the toes down towards the floor. And now let's flex the foot. Don't stress if you don't feel a huge difference in the pointed and flexed foot here. And we're going to hold to one side. Those of you doing the option, keep it going. If you've finished your reps, you can just hold to one side now too. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we'll go holding on the other side now. Keep pushing the knees away. And hold for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, gently coming out of it, and we're going to make our way to a flat lying position on our back. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer now. Okay, so the next one we're working on is a knee lift. We're going to be pulling it towards our chest and then out into external rotation. It's very similar to the open and close the gait that we're doing standing, okay, but we're taking the balance component out of it now, and we're not having to pull the leg up with our own active flex strength, okay? We're going to be pulling the leg into our chest with our hands. So we're going to keep our head nice and square to the ceiling, and we're going to pull our right knee up towards your chest. Okay, pulling it up as close as you can, and now we're keeping it as close to our chest as we can and taking it out to the side for as long as we can, okay, and then it'll drop out. try not to let the other hip come up off the floor, okay? So I'll just show you what that looks like from the other side. So once you've pulled it up to our square position to the chest, when we take it out to the side, we want this hip to stay fixed so we do get that contrast of external rotation. We don't want the hip just following us, okay? Otherwise it ends up staying in a square position and we don't get that benefit from going from our square to external rotation there. Okay, so let's go to our first side, pulling the knee in towards your chest, and now let's rotate, pulling it out to the side, and all the way back in. And let's go pushing out, and in. So if you're quite mobile here and your arm is getting in the way of your range, just try holding it with the same arm as the leg from the inside, okay? And then pushing out from there. And then all the way in. Let's go 2 more. And last one. And in. Okay, and dropping it down, let's go other side. Pushing out to the side and all the way back into our square. And out. And in. I'm hoping this feels really good on everyone's hips. And let's go 2 more. And last one. And drawing in. Okay, we're going back to the first side now. So extending your other leg. If this is aggravating your back though, feel free to have a little bend in the extended leg as well. And now we're going to pull the knee in towards your chest, hugging the leg here. And now we're going to point and flex the foot. So flex it, pulling the toes up, point the foot, flex, point. Now on the next one, as we flex the foot, we want to push the heel up and extend the leg as far as you can. Don't stress if you can't get it fully extended, and as we lower, you point the foot. Okay, flex, pull up, push the heel up towards the ceiling. Keep pulling the knee nice and close to your chest. Point, and returning all the way back down. Okay, let's do 6 more. 6, and point. 4. 2. And last one, we're going to hold. Now I want you to try, now if this is enough for you, then just stay here, okay? If this is feeling like a 6 or less out of 10, let's start to walk the hands up the leg, reach it as far as you can, and then from here, you're just going to pull the leg down towards you as far as you can, and we're all going to get a 10-second hold at our end range. Okay, so holding here, keep flexing your foot, and let's hold it for 10. 7, keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bending the knee, returning back, and let's go other side. So pulling the knee in towards your chest, holding it here, and now let's just start with the flex and point. And start adding the extension as you flex the foot and pointing as you return it all the way back down. Keeping the knee nice and close to your chest. Flex and pull, point and lower. Let's go 2 more. And 1. Okay, holding here, and let's reach down the leg wherever you can, or you can stay holding here behind the knee, and let's pull the leg down towards you as far as you can. And let's get a 10-second hold here. carefully drawing all the way out. And just give yourselves a little breather. And we're going to go with 2 legs extended now. So let's extend the legs all the way up. And now I want you to just pull the legs as close to your chest as you can. Be nice and slow. Okay, if you can hold your legs here, that's great. If you can't, just let them hang here, or you can put them up against a wall to help you. Okay, and then if you can lift the bottom up off the floor, go for it. And now we're going to keep the legs as straight as you can, and we're going to go back to pointing and flexing the feet. So point and flex. Point and flex. So just quickly, an option for you is you could have the legs extended, just reach as far forward as you can and then point and flex from here. Okay, otherwise you're going to stay reaching all the way over and keep the point and flex going. Let's go 2 more. And 1. Nice, up, rolling all the way down. And extending the legs. Okay, we're going to pull our left leg up towards our chest. Let's just drop it all the way across to the right, drawing all the way up, and then come back. So you can let the opposite shoulder come up off the floor for this one. We're just easing into this rotation. And lower. Let's keep it going. Good, so if you want to start increasing the stretch, your aim is to keep your shoulders planted on the floor, creating that contrast, and coming back. Okay, so I'm showing you your scaling options now. So your first option, your shoulder could lift up off the floor. Second option, you're keeping your shoulders fixed. Okay, now your third option, we're coming up onto the elbow, lying on your side. Please be nice and gentle with this one. This is definitely an advanced movement, okay? And then the top leg is going to come forward, and now you push the opposite hand into that hip and reach over, okay? Or reach looking across. And then you can return back to the center, bringing the front leg forward again, and twisting across. Okay, so what that looks like from the other side, you start stacked, you're on your elbow, you bring the top leg forward, top hand pushes and you reach across. And center, trying not to collapse into the shoulder here. And bring it forward again, twisting across. And back to the center. Okay, let's just give our back a little bit of a breather again, pulling the knees in towards your chest. Okay, now we're going to roll over onto our stomach, and we're going to keep the slight extension and rotation pattern happening here. So laying flat on our belly, and you can have your hands either stacked, forehead to your hands, or you can have the hands extended, whatever feels best for you. Now we're going to take one leg up, so pull the heel up towards your bottom, and then we're pushing up into the opposite leg, lifting the knee, and we're going to tap across. And drawing all the way in. Let's go other side, pulling up, squeeze and lift, tapping across. And then controlling all the way back down. Okay, don't stress about your opposite shoulder. Just work on getting the range with the legs first, and then you can work on pulling it back down. Let's keep it going. Your advanced option, if you can hold the foot with your hand, you can grab them together and then push the foot away, pulling with the shoulder all the way in. And all the way down. Okay, so we're going to come up into a Superman from here. So we're just doing a little bit of active work to get warm, activate through our back, our glutes, our core, just so we're nice and protected going into this safely. So we're going to rise up with the legs and the arms at the same time. Now I want you to start with a really low range, okay? So if that means that your hands just slightly hover off the floor, doesn't even have to be a centimeter, and then you lower. We've got 4 reps to go lowest, a little bit higher again, as high as you can, control all the way back down. Lowest, and then we'll keep going through that range, okay? So let's go first one, nice and low, lift, and lower. Second one, a little bit higher, and lower. Third one, and lower. And last one, as high as you can, and drop all the way back down. Okay, back to the lowest, and down. Second, engage through your core. Third, and last one, and rolling down. Okay, so from here, let's bring the hands in right, nice and close to our ribs. Okay, and now we're going to roll up through the spine. So we're drawing up with the head, shoulders, chest, ribs. Just go as high as you can, okay? Doesn't have to be all the way up onto the hands. And then we're rolling all the way back down through the spine. All the way down. And again. And lower. And we're going to push up onto the elbows now for the next one. And now we're going to go into just some head drops here. So please be nice and careful. We're going to start looking all the way down at the floor, bringing your chin towards your chest. And then from here, we're going to draw up. Your eye gaze is drawing up towards the end of your mat, directly in front of you, up towards the ceiling, and then pull your chin up just as far as you feel comfortable. Nice and careful, coming all the way back down. Eye gaze all the way down towards the floor. And one more time, drawing up. Sitting up and out of the shoulders. And down. Okay, now we're going to add on. So from here, your option is either to stay with that movement with the head, or you could work with a lower with the arms and then rise back up onto the elbows. Okay, they're your options. Otherwise, from here, we're going to work on pushing up and come back down, and then we're pushing into the elbows, drawing your belly button towards your hips, and we're trying to lift up through the ribs and pike through the ribs and the chest. Okay, so we're pushing up into the shoulder blades, rounding through the spine, pushing up onto the knees, going all the way back through, pushing the chin back up towards the ceiling. So we've got extension and coming into some flexion. Rolling back down. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And lowering down. Nice work. Okay, we're going to lower the chest down now. And from here, we're going to pull one heel up towards our bottom. Now, my left leg is bent. I'm extending my right arm away. And then we're trying to reach your left hand to your left foot. Okay, so first option is to keep the heel nice and close to your bottom. Second option, you can push up onto the right hand and add a little bit of extension through the upper back. And then third option, you can push your foot into the hand and extend it away, coming up as high as you can. Okay, another option, if you're unable to reach your foot from the very first exercise, you could grab a towel and hook it around the leg and then just pull it in to whatever range it can get to, okay? And we're all gonna hold here for another 10 more seconds. 10. 5, 2, and 1. Good, dropping all the way down. Let's go other side. Pulling it in. Second option. And third option. And let's hold it here for 10. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Nice. Rolling all the way down. We're going to flip over onto our bottom again. For the next one, we're going to be working with extension. Okay, so forward folding. We're going to take both legs out in front of us from here, and let's just go with our stacked feet. Okay, now with this one, we're going to do it a little bit different to how we've done it in the past. Usually we try and keep both legs as straight as you can. This time I want you to think about bending the bottom leg, that's it, and then we're going to be having the top leg, I might show you the other side, sorry. So we're bending the bottom leg and then the top leg is as straight as you can get it. And now from here we're going to try and reach our hands towards our toes. So if you can reach them from here, just start pulling them back. Otherwise, if you can't reach your toes, just reach down to the floor and keep flexing your foot. Okay, or like I said before, you can use a band or a towel and wrap it around your foot here. Okay, now from here we're going to see if we can pull our chest down towards the legs. So taking a deep breath in, draw your belly button towards your spine, and then exhale, reach forward. And rising back up. Let's go 2 more times. Forward. You can round through the back. And up. And last one. And up. Let's go other side. So bending your bottom leg, your top leg is as straight as you can. And flex your foot, pull your toes towards you. Nice and long through the spine. And now we can round through the spine, pulling forward, holding the foot. And let's exhale, pulling down. And rising up. Exhale, pulling down. Rising up, and last one. And rising up. Nice. So we're going to go back to the first side. So let's just bend the leg that was just on top, and now we're going to pull the other leg all the way up towards our chest. You can have this leg turned out and just let it kind of hang out here. Now we're going to try and hold the foot. Okay, so bend the knee in towards your chest. If you can't quite do this, again, the towel is a great option, or you can go back to holding behind the knee, okay? Otherwise, clasping the fingers together, hands behind your foot here, and then we're going to keep the knee nice and close to our chest as we push the heel up, extend the leg, and then lower all the way down, controlling back down. And extend again, sitting up and out of the hips, and lower. Last time, holding it up for 10, 9, pulling it nice and close to your chest, 2, and 1. Nice. Lower all the way down, and let's do that on the other side. So sitting up nice and tall, pull the knee in towards your chest, clasp your fingers together, or use your towel or hold behind your knee, and let's go extending all the way up and controlling down, and again, and lower. And holding it up, keep pushing the toes down towards your chest, and let's go holding 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Nice. Okay, we're going to come up into a kneeling position here, and we're going to bring one leg out in front of us, and let's just extend the front leg. We want the hips as square as we can. Okay, now we're going to extend through the spine, so sit up and out of the hips, and now we're going to push the hips back and bring the belly button down towards the spine from here. See if you can get your hands on the floor. If you can't reach the floor, you can get something like a pillow, or if you have yoga blocks or a couple of books or something, just stack up and hold, okay? And then from here, we're going to bend the elbows, bringing them down towards the floor, and then pushing all the way back up. Okay, so we're pushing down, push the bottom away, keeping the leg as straight as you can, and then drawing all the way up. Let's go 2 more. Lower, and rise, and on our last one, we're going to hold it here. Lowering down, and holding for 10. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing it in, and we're going to do all of that on the other side. So extending the front leg. You can start up nice and tall if you like, and then reach forward from here. And let's come down, lower, and rise, lower, and rise. Last one, let's hold it down. Holding for 10. 4, 3, 2, and drawing it all the way in. Nicely done. Okay, the last exercise we're going to be doing is a straddle. So we're going to take both legs out just as far as you can. Okay, so just take your time, shuffle forward. Legs are as straight as you can from here, sitting up and out of the hips. Okay, and now we're going to reach from one side, taking the other arm over, and all the way back. Let's go other side. And keep it going. And over. And reaching to the center. And coming all the way up. And the center 2 more times. And last one, we're going to hold here for 10. Six, 5, 2, and 1. Nice work. Drawing it all the way in. Okay. And gently drawing the knees in towards your chest and bringing them together. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel nice and refreshed, and I'll see you next time.